Centennial Medal for service to Australian society in business leadership. And in 2008, she was appointed a member of the Order of Australia for service to the preservation of cultural heritage. As well as being an architect, Penelope is also a qualified accountant. Please join me in welcoming Penelope.
Thank you and welcome everybody. It's lovely to see this place full of eager people wanting to hear about Brazil, which I love. Brazil and Australia, it's wonderful. And we were talking earlier, and it's quicker to get to Brazil than it is to Europe. Much less hours, so just put that in your mind. Brazil is fabulous. It's got a lot in common with Australia too, because people think that the Southern Hemisphere is, well, it's not highly regarded in a lot of places, but we know what it's like. It's fabulous. I want to go on this tour. I mean, I think I will actually. But I just want to talk a bit about, my husband, who was European, born in Vienna, and because of war experiences ended up in America where he was largely educated. And he was working with Marcel Breuer and very happy in New York in the mid-40s. But his parents, who had a completely different route, ended up in Australia. And he didn't want to go to Australia, he had no interest. And finally they said, well, come and build us a house. And that was very nice, a proper client. Not just working for someone. And he thought about it, and he thought, well, if I'm coming to Australia, that southern hemisphere, I want to go to Brazil. I'm very fascinated with Brazilian architecture and Oscar Niemeyer. And as he said, in Brazil, which hadn't entered the war until very late, they were very wise that they preferred to build and progress in their lives rather than dissipate their energies on a war. And it's true, they had a modern architecture in Brazil, where in America there was no real big scale architecture. I mean, there was Frank Lloyd Wright, there was domestic scale, but there wasn't much modern. His mentor, Harry, studied with him, and there's been a lot of talk about him lately because it's the 100th anniversary of the Bauhaus. And he always referred to Niemeyer as the bird of paradise, something exotic, something amazing in architecture, beyond the, I won't say beyond the rational, but something beautiful and exotic. And the other thing he wanted to see was the Ministry of Education building from 1941, which Le Corbusier worked on and had been heavily published. And the beautiful murals which Portinari had done there. And get on. And Harry was with him for several months, and they travelled together in a car to Sao Paulo. We've got pictures of all that, and they became soulmates in a way, and always corresponded from when Harry arrived in Australia. But I must say that in Australia, people weren't particularly interested in Brazil in most days. There seemed to be no contact, and Harry was in Brazil wanting to come to Australia, and he thought, well, it's down there in the southern hemisphere, so he went over to Chile. And, how can I get on the same latitude as Sydney? Nothing. No steamers, no anything, no boats, nothing. So he went all the way up, bit by bit, to Los Angeles, where he met a lot of architects and enjoyed that visit, and flew to Australia, which took 3 or 4 days in 1948, and arrived in Australia, and I think he wished he'd went right back when he first arrived. But Brazil was in his mind. He said he said there was a flair and exuberance that was new to me of Brazil. I gained an exuberant attitude to matters of design. And as I mentioned before, in the house at Warunga, that wonderful mural, that didn't come from the Bauhaus, that came from Brazil. And for those of you lucky enough to travel on this trip, you'll get that exuberance, because I've been to Brazil 4 or 5 times now, and every time it is so fabulous. I mean, there's an excitement of life which, even at our best, even on New Year's Eve, we don't do it. So, over the years, they corresponded, and then I met Oscar in, I think, 1960. The first time I met him was 1965 or 6 in Paris, because he had to flee when the generals took over. He always rather fancied himself as a communist, but I think when he said a communist, he meant he was a man of the people, rather than all those deals. He wasn't interested in anything like that. And depends what your definition of a communist is, but anyway, he had to flee Brazil, and we met him in Paris, and again in Brazil, and then we discovered that my birthday and his birthday, which is the 15th of December, was the same. So after that, every year we had correspondence, and he would send me lovely drawings, and I would write to him, and that was very special. And I think he really loved ladies too. Every time he drew something, it was sort of sinuous, and he said, oh, the waves of Rio are like the curves of a lady. And that last photo on the wall down there is a photo Harry took of Oscar's wonderful museum, which of course you'll all be visiting on this trip. So what else can I say? I was going to say other things, but I think that's enough. Brazil is fabulous. I encourage you all to go, and I've just got to check the dates, because I think I'll have to go too. Okay, thank you very much.